Well, coming up, students at a local school coming together to honor a beloved teacher after her sudden, unexpected death. Pride Month is underway to celebrate a first for San Diego, the historic addition to City Hall. And the first North American cruise getting set to sail, a ship that was anchored off San Diego for months. The strict restrictions in place and why the cruise made Americans fly to a different country to get on board. ABC 10 News at 11 starts now.
ABC 10 News at 11 starts now.
And we are following breaking news right now on a devastating head-on crash in La Presa. Sky 10 giving you a look at the scene from overhead. This is along Hamishaw Boulevard near Kempton Street. CHP tells us an Altima collided with an SUV. 4 people were injured, including 3 adults and a child who is now at Rady Children's Hospital. It's unclear how badly everyone was hurt, but we know at least some of the injuries are considered serious. Now, the road is shut down as this investigation unfolds. No word right now on what led to this crash, and we will keep you updated.
Her touch and impact on this school community has been tremendous.
Students and teachers at University City High are remembering a beloved instructor who passed away suddenly after suffering a heart attack on campus because of a brain aneurysm. And good morning to you. I'm Jim Patton. ABC 10 News reporter Marie Cornell has more on the legacy that she leaves behind.
Just last year, Donna Fallon was voted as Teacher of the Year here at University City High School. She passed away suddenly last week, leaving this community shocked and heartbroken. Flowers, pictures, and handwritten notes now cover the door of Donna Fallon's classroom, the place where she spent decades teaching AP English and being the director of the ASB. The school's principal, Jeff Olivero, says during a celebration on campus last week with students and staff present, Fallon got sick and needed CPR.
None of us were quite sure what she was suffering. She ended up having an aneurysm. And so it was very difficult for our students and our staff in particular as we try to navigate forward.
Olivero wasn't just a colleague, he was a friend. He worked with her husband, who was a principal at a middle school. He even attended their wedding years ago. Even though this loss hits closer to home for him, he says it's something that affects so many lives, those of past and present students and faculty and staff.
Her touch and impact on this school community has been tremendous. It's always difficult when we lose a loved one, but in this case, it impacts so many people.
There is a GoFundMe page that has been started for her 3 young children. The proceeds will go towards their college education.
Miss Fallon was a big pusher of going to college.
Marie Cornell, ABC 10 News.
If you'd like to donate it, we have posted a link to our GoFundMe page on our website, 10news.com. Just click on this story. New today, a push for a local office dedicated to helping local immigrants and refugees. Board of Supervisors Chair Nathan Fletcher and Supervisor Nora Vargas introduced the plan today. They say the office would help centralize and streamline access to services for refugees and immigrants, regardless of their immigration status. One service the office would provide would be referring immigrants to legal resources, for example, if they're facing deportation. The plan will be voted on tomorrow. Well, that local news comes as Vice President Kamala Harris embarks on a tour south of the border to try to address the increase in migrants coming to the U.S. Harris is in Guatemala today, and there she'll speak with leaders about some of the causes that could be driving mass migration from there and other Central American countries.
Guatemala isn't a poor country, it's a middle-income country, but it's got some of the most extreme wealth inequality anywhere in the world. It's moms and dads who are simply trying to find safety for themselves, for their families, for their kids, because there's the threat of gangs, there's the threat of not having enough money to put food on the table.
After her meetings in Guatemala today, Harris will head to Mexico City. Meanwhile, a new ruling from the Supreme Court that could affect hundreds of thousands of immigrants in the U.S. Court ruling unanimously that undocumented immigrants in the U.S. who entered for humanitarian reasons are not allowed to apply for permanent status. While U.S. laws prevent those from a list of a dozen countries from being deported, the court still maintained those who enter illegally from those countries aren't eligible for green cards. The House passed legislation that would grant them eligibility, but it would have to pass the Senate to become law. One of the men who pleaded guilty for his role in the charity fraud scheme orchestrated by the former rabbi of the Chabad Poway is expected to be sentenced today. Bruce Baker pleaded guilty for his involvement. Former Rabbi Israel Goldstein admitted that he was involved in an elaborate tax fraud scheme that went on for several years. Investigators call it the 90-10 tax deduction conspiracy. They say donors would make large contributions to the Chabad Poway. Goldstein would write up receipts for the donors to report to the IRS and receive a tax deduction. But the synagogue never got that money. Instead, investigators say Goldstein would keep 10% and return 90% back to the donor. An LGBTQ pride flag is now flying over City Hall. ABC 10 News anchor Mary McKenzie joining us live. And Mary, this was history in the making here.
Yeah, I actually found this hard to believe, but it's the first time, Jim, that an LGBTQ, that this pride flag has been flown there. This, of course, is June is now recognized as National Pride Month. Mayor Todd Gloria says this is part of his effort to create a more inclusive community here in San Diego. Gloria, the first openly gay mayor of the city of San Diego and the largest city in the country to have a mayor who is openly gay. He was joined by several members of the city council today, as well as some leaders from the LGBTQ community for today's ceremony.
47 years ago, the San Diego Police Department would raid our gay nightclubs, harass us, and yes, beat us. Now we have LGBT police officers in our police chief marches and our parades.
And that was City Commissioner Nicole Murray Ramirez. Just last week, too, San Diego Unified raised both the pride flag as well as the transgender flag at a local school to kick off Pride Month here in San Diego and to make all students feel welcome. Reporting live from home this morning, Mary McKenzie, ABC 10 News.
We'll celebrate Ryan and Jamie, and although they are gone, they will never be forgotten.
Friends, family, and more coming together to honor the lives of the two SDPD detectives who were killed in a wrong-way crash last week. It started out as a small tribute to Ryan Park and his wife, Jamie Huntley Park, near where they lived in Escondido, but soon hundreds of people had gathered. The couple met in the police academy and were even promoted together a few years ago. Jamie coached a local girls hockey team, and friends say both her and Ryan could always find a reason to smile.
Seeing how this hurts, and it hurts, and there's no way other than to say it just hurts and it sucks and it shouldn't have happened. But I know both Jamie and Ryan would want us to be strong. They'd want us to carry on and continue to do our job and continue to serve the public like we know how.
At this point, the medical examiner has not released the identity of the wrong-way driver who was also killed in that crash. New developments in a story that we've been following for weeks now. Police finally tracking down and arresting suspects in that deadly road rage shooting in Orange County. ABC's Rena Roy has more.
An intense manhunt coming to an end after weeks of searching and hundreds of tips from the public. Two people now behind bars for the deadly road rage shooting of 6-year-old Aiden Leos.
It's very sad because two young people ruined one family and ruining their own families. It's just terrible.
Police taking Marcus Anthony Erez and Win Lee into custody, both in their 20s. Joanna Clunan says she was driving her son Aiden to kindergarten in Orange, California last month when a car attempted to cut her off. Investigators believe Lee was driving and that her boyfriend Erez fired a gun from the passenger seat, hitting Aiden in his car seat, killing him with that one shot.
He was beautiful and he was kind and he was precious. And you killed him for no reason.
Police say the arrests were made after receiving tips about this image of a white Volkswagen. The 6-year-old boy laid to rest just one day before.
To my Aiden, I love watching you sleep in the morning, as you're the most beautiful boy I've ever seen. As long as you were next to me, everything always felt right in the world. Because of the monsters that took Aiden's life, I will never get to hug my brother again.
Investigators were offering a reward of $500,000 for information leading to an arrest. Officials have not said if anyone will get that reward money. Meantime, the suspects are expected to face a judge in court on Tuesday. Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.
First major cruise ship open to North Americans has set sail. It's a comeback for the cruise industry, which was forced to shut down because of the pandemic. Celebrity Millennium set sail from St. Martin in the Caribbean Saturday. All crew members and adult passengers had to be fully vaccinated in order for the ship to set sail. And the ship usually sails from a port in the U.S., but left from St. Martin because there's still some hoops cruise lines have to pass through with the CDC. Celebrity Cruise Line said it was important for them to get back out to sea.
I do think that right now, the opportunity to offer cruises for people who have had the vaccine is really important to our industry.
CDC approved Celebrity to operate the first U.S. cruise out of Florida at the end of the month with vaccines required. But Florida's governor signed a law banning vaccine mandates in Florida starting July 1st. Cruise lines requiring vaccines could face a $5,000 fine per passenger.